today we are very glad that we have our guest speakers, Matt from SiO2 Finance, and also our speaker Henry from Interlay over here. And this is Monglai, your host. We are about to start today's session, and we're going to talk both about Interlay and SiO2 Finance to let friends learn more about us, and we will also have time for our audience to ask questions. If you have any questions later, feel free to raise your hand and come to the stage as well. Okay, and now, first thing first, of course, we would like to invite our speakers to introduce themselves. And first, how about let's go to Henry to introduce yourself and talk about your role at Interlay. Thank you.
Sure, thanks for having us. Hi, Matt. Hi, everyone. 小吴好. My name is Henry. I'm the DeFi Business Development Manager at Interlay, and I'm accountable for all the integrations, parachain, and business collaborations. It's really good to be here with you, for those listening live and for those listening, tuning in later.
Thank you so much.
Great.
Thank you, Henry. And also, background to Matt, and he's from SiO2 Finance. Hello, Matt. Welcome to our Twitter space today. And could you please introduce yourself and your role at SiO2? Thank you.
Hey, guys. Glad to be here. Hello to everyone. My name is Matt, and I'm a community lead of the SiO2 project, where I'm mainly responsible for creating content, managing socials, including Discord, Telegram, and Twitter. And I'm also the head of our emissary program. I will just outline my typical day to demonstrate what I do in the project. So I start my day by preparing for a growth meeting, which I usually lead. On it, we generally analyze what someone has done and provide comments to one another. And then together with the team, we discuss what's next on everyone's to-do list and how we can best prepare for the days ahead. And then I start working on my task, and in most cases it's a review of articles, publications, and the meeting calls with possible or current partners.
Thank you so much for sharing the information, Matt. And since that we learned about our guest speakers, Henry from Interlay, from SiO2, we would also like to learn a little more of the backgrounds of each of teams. So how about let's again go back to Henry. Could you please tell us about Interlay and also the BD team? Thank you.
Sure. The BD team, though a little probably small-ish, is very diverse, with some members with very high-tech background and experience working with blockchain protocols, and some other members with deep finance, trading, and sales experience. And probably now the Interlay team as a whole is personally one of the smartest teams I've ever been part of, with a very high focus on research, experience on bridges, stablecoins, and the Bitcoin protocol. And it's definitely one of the things that personally, again, excites me the most, right? Being part of this very high focus, smart team.
Thank you so much, Henry, for sharing that. And next, microphone goes to Matt. Could you please also introduce us a little bit more about the SiO2 team and also about the specific group that you are working at? Thank you.
Yes, sure. So we're slowly growing team. Team has now 15 members, and we got 2 projects in Astar, one called Astrido and one called SiO2. We are a geographically distributed team. We are in Canada, Mexico, Czech Republic, and China, with backgrounds from top schools such as Stanford, UCLA, Berkeley, University of Toronto, and Charles University, and companies like Google, YouTube, and Xiaomi. Our vision is to create an innovative product that will be accessible to general public. That's people who have no experience in crypto space at all. So that's our main goal. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing the main goals. And next, we would like to bring my phone once again back to Henry from Interlay, because we know that around summertime, right, in August, there's a new product and also the flagship product launched it's called IBTC or InterBTC. So we would like to know what was the inception behind Interlay and also IBTC and Inter. Thank you.
That's a very good one. So we could argue that a big part of the DeFi space is built and depends on centralized assets like USDT, USDC, and WBTC, right? Not ETH, of course. And I'm not quite sure we are conscious of the impact this could cause to the entire DeFi space if any of these pillars crashes, right? Now, Interlay is focused on solving this, and that's why we have built a trustless and decentralized Bitcoin-backed asset that is set to revolutionize how Bitcoin is used in the DeFi space. For those who don't know, IBTC, as Sue mentioned, is probably with all the lingo, it's an over-collateralized, interoperable, and censorship-resistant redeemable Bitcoin. It's basically like DAI, but redeemable. And IBTC is set to bring a trustless Bitcoin to any blockchain, starting with Kusama and Polkadot, and then will spread to other major DeFi networks in the future. And in this equation, Inter token sits at the heart of the network, powering both IBTC and Interlay as a whole. IBTC as a product has been live since August, and we, as we will probably delve in the next few minutes, we've been fully focused on enabling more users and more use case to get IBTC in their hands.
Thank you so much. Yes, we definitely would like to learn more use case about that. And also the same question goes to Matt from SiO2 Finance. What was the inception behind SiO2 Finance and the multi-VN vision? Thank you.
Yeah, so me and my team, we strongly believe that the future of Web3 is multi-virtual machine future. This is why we are building the next generation lending platform that will support both Ethereum virtual machine and WebAssembly. Our vision with SiO2 is to build a multi-virtual machine and community-focused lending protocol. When we first set out to build SiO2, several passionate community members and Astrio contributed together and arrived at the idea of building a more transparent, user-friendly lending protocol. Above all, we wanted to build a Web3 protocol that was future-proof by supporting both EVM and WebAssembly. We also wanted to build a lending protocol to better serve the Astar and Polkadot community. Lastly, we wanted to build a protocol that would provide more utilities to Astrid's stablecoin DAI. Thus, SiO2 Finance was born out of a powerful desire to build a superior lending and borrowing product and user experience for Astar and Polkadot community. So basically, we aim to build multiple one-click solutions and become the most user-friendly lending product in Polkadot and foremost a community-driven project. As such, we welcome the community to provide us with any all feedback and improvement proposals. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Matt, for telling us that. And yes, talking about Astar, we actually just had another AMAs with Astar. The name was Mingshi. Yes, we just had an AMA with him the other day. So it's glad to have Matt over here today to share more details about the SiO2 as well. And next, we would like to ask both of our guest speakers, why do your team choose to build on the Polkadot and Kusama or the Doxama ecosystem at first? And question to Henry first and then Matt. Thank you.
Sure. Well, we believe that Polkadot represents our leading principles here at Interlay, right? It's always favoring decentralization and it's putting users' security first. And Polkadot has been thought, designed, and built as a true network of blockchains, right? That is built to be fully interoperable and secure. And that is exactly Interlay's goal, right? Making Bitcoin DeFi both simple and secure without the need of any centralized custodians or trusted multisigs, right? And that's multisig, and that's what we are trying to build and we have built here at Interlay.
Thank you so much, Henry, for sharing that. And also the same question goes to Matt. Why does SiO2 or Star choose to build on the Polkadot and Kusama or the so-called Dot-Sama ecosystem? Thank you.
Yeah, well, so Polkadot is maybe biggest or one of the biggest decentralized network. So we came here and we choose our Star network that's which is aiming to be the multi-VM smart contract hub, supporting both EVM and WebAssembly. And we deeply believe in this vision, so that's why we jumped into our Star network. And we think in the short term, EVM will continue to dominate the Web3 space due to its history. But in the long term, with the high gas efficiency and scalability, we believe WebAssembly is going to be the future. So the transition from EVM to WebAssembly may take years, and building a multi-VM lending hub supporting both EVM and WebAssembly with easy-to-use one-click features will provide higher interoperability to the DeFi ecosystem during this time. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Matt, for sharing the information. And also for friends who are new to our Twitter space, this is Interlay and SiO2 join AMA, and this is your host, Moonlight. And we would like to encourage everyone to give us a follow. Follow Interlay, follow SiO2 Finance. Yeah, we see the official Twitter handle over here. And also follow our guest speakers, Henry and Matt, to give us a support. Also in the future, if you see any other events, that you are going to receive notifications from Twitter as well. And next, we would like to bring that phone back to Henry. Why is governance important to Interlay? Thank you.
That's a critical one, right? We take governance and decentralization very seriously. And we know that probably some or many DeFi protocols bet on gradual decentralization. Here at Interlay, we launched both Kintsugi and Interlay network in a fully decentralized manner from day one. That meant 100% decentralization from the day the networks went live. That meant no admin keys, no single entity or group controlling more than 50% of the voting power. And most importantly, everyone in the community can and could participate in governance. We believe in a community-driven network where token holders build and decide the network's future, right? Community propose and votes on new features, code updates, and they even decide or vote which collateral assets they want to see supported within the network. So governance is critical in our long-term vision.
I see. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for long-term building, right? Governance is very, very important for our community. And next, I'd like to ask Matt from SiO2. What can users use SiO2 for? Well, let's go to learn about the use cases. Thank you.
Yeah, so for at the moment, the first and main thing which is in SiO2 platform is lending and borrowing. It has a lot of advantages that traditional banks could not achieve. For the lender side, SiO2 helps lenders to earn interest on crypto assets. As SiO2 is a decentralized lending protocol, it enables everybody to lend assets to other people like a bank and thus earn interest by doing this. For the borrower side, there are mainly two benefits of being borrower, depending on how you view the market conditions and the price trend of an asset. Say the asset you care about is WSTR. If you think the market is going down and WSTR price is going to drop, you can deposit stablecoins like buy USDC, etc., to borrow WSTR and sell the WSTR you borrowed on DEXs. When WSTR price drops, you can get some profit by repaying the loan with a lower dollar value at a later stage. If you think otherwise the market is going up and WSTR price is going to rise, you can deposit this asset to borrow stablecoins and do it like backwards. Second thing, we are incentivized for deposit. So there are many benefits of depositing your assets into SiO2. These include the interest rate on loans, flash loan fees, and SiO2 token incentives. And lastly, it's vote escrow staking. So we staking, it's a concept raised by Curve Finance. VE stands for vote escrow. In V-staking, users can stake their tokens for a preset period of time to gain V tokens. In SiO2, it's SiO2 tokens for sure. These tokens represent users' voting power for SiO2 finance. The more tokens or the longer period of time a user stakes, the more voting power will get. This further incentivizes the long-term token holders to short-term token holders with SiO2.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, different benefits for the users who choose to use SiO2. Thank you for sharing that, Matt. And for friends, yeah, if you are new to here, be sure to follow SiO2 and Interlay. Yeah, so to learn more information from both the teams. And then next, we'd like to bring my phone back to Henry. What can XCM bring to SiO2 and S-Street DAO? Thank you. Oh, should we actually go to? Sorry, should we actually go to Matt? Okay, yeah. So actually, Matt again. Okay, what can XCM bring to SiO2 and S-Street DAO? Thank you.
Yeah. So basically, for SiO2, XCM can bring more assets as collateral. So more volume, more users, and more fun. And also, the S tokens will be transferable to other parachains where can user use them as collateral for yield or trade, etc. SiO2 is like a little bit connected to ASTRIDAO, and ASTRIDAO stablecoin BUY will step out of Astar network and be widely accepted in other parachains like Fala and Boombeam. So we are looking forward to this moment, and it will be done in a few weeks after Astar network will approve the HRMP channels. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing the information. And also, next, we would like to learn about the important milestones from both our teams, from Interlay and from SiO2 Finance over here. And microphone brings to Henry this time, to share some major milestones from Interlay. Thank you.
Thanks, Moonlight. As I said before, probably the Interlay's ultimate mission is to bring the true free nature of Bitcoin and decentralized finance, right? And we believe the future is decentralized, and this applies both to bridges and bridged assets. And in that path, Interlay aims to become the go-to Bitcoin DeFi alternative in any chain. So building the XCM integrations, as Matt was saying, is probably the natural first step, right? Building the connections from one parachain to the other parachain. And that has been achieved with Astar very, very recently, and with Akala, Moonbeam, and Parallel before that as well. And we, as we speak, we are like building new bridges or opening new XCM channels with other parachains as they go live on Polkadot, right? They move from Kusama to Polkadot. And after opening those channels, we focus 100% on bridging IBTC to every chain and building new use cases, like enabling users to borrow, lend, stake, and trade with IBTC in a completely decentralized, trustless, and interoperable manner. And that's probably what we are exploring now. Hopefully we'll achieve very, very soon with SiO2 team.
Nice. Thank you so much. Yes, definitely glad that we have partnership with SiO2 team. And next, we'll also like to bring my phone back to Matt to share some major milestones of SiO2 Finance. Thank you.
Yeah, so we are happy to have IBTC. Hopefully, in meantime, in our SiO2 product. So after we launch, and we launched more than like 10 collaterals now, we passed audit by PegShield. And now the biggest aim right now it's put these native collaterals to our app. Since from the recent actions or incidents with bridged assets, we are aiming to have many more of these native assets in our app. So we are looking for the IBTC edit or to an Aster and these kind of non-bridge assets. That's our first aim right now. Also, in Q4, we want to launch a one-click short position and one-click flash loan support for arbitrages and position migrations. Also, if the resources will be enough, we want to launch a multi-VM. And also in Q1, we are aiming to some implementing governance features and SiO2 buyback.
That is amazing. Thank you so much for sharing all the information. And definitely, last but not least, we would like to learn more details on the strategic partnership between SiO2 and Interlay. So, which of our guest speakers would like to jump in? Because I know both of you are experts of this question. Should we also follow the order and then go to Henry again, and then Matt, you could also add some other information as well. So microphone to Henry. Thank you.
Sure, thanks, Moonlight. I was like hoping like Matt could take this one.
That would be great. Yeah, Matt, would you like to take on this one?
No, it's fine. I can pave the way and then you join Matt. As Matt suggested before, like it's a very interesting collaboration here because we are working together to add IBTC, like again, a fully decentralized, over-collateralized, and Polkadot native asset, right? A redeemable Bitcoin that is native to Polkadot, to be added as a borrowing collateral on the money market of SiO2, right? And of course, we need to be to follow the guidelines, the SiO2 guidelines, as soon as IBTC achieves some specific requirements, like building sufficient liquidity on the A-Star network to ensure liquidations can take place in a healthy manner, right? IBTC will be added as both borrowing and borrowable assets on the SiO2 money market, right? And that is the reason why the Interlay community very recently voted on an IBTC pool on A-Star network, right, to start building the liquidity. And we're also working and collaborating with the DIA team to build the necessary price feeds for IBTC on SiO2.
Thank you so much, Henry, for sharing. Yeah, and Matt, could you please also add anything if you wanted to? Thank you.
I think, like Henry said, all of these informations, like the main thing about these partnerships is the use case of IBTC as native asset for borrowing and lending in SiO2. But we need to wait a little bit more to add some liquidity and maybe IBTC lend on some other platforms to check the prices. And I think we are in this. But the users will be using IBTC and SiO2 finance can expect maybe a little surprise for them to be in these early stages.
That is great. Yes, definitely. We look forward to a lot more collaborations between Interlay and SiO2. Also, thanks so much for everyone to joining today's Studio Space. And this is Interlay and SiO2 Finance Join AMA with your host Moonlight, and our guest speakers are Henry from Interlay and Matt from SiO2. Thank you all for your time. We will also like to open our space to our audience. If you have any questions, please feel free to raise your hand and join to the stage to ask the questions. Also, last but not least, tomorrow tomorrow we are going to have a very, very important announcement, but it's going to be like internal. We're going to do it within the Interlay Discord. So let me quickly share our Discord server's link. And then, so everyone, if you have not joined us yet, be sure to, if you have a Discord app, be sure to go to our Discord server. Let me share the link over here, and I'm going to post it. It's discord.gg/Interlay. So it's very easy to find, or you can just go to Discord and search us. Join us for more news. Okay, for more great news. Okay, I'm going to pin the link to the top of this Twitter space over here. So friends, if you scroll up to the Twitter space right now, you are going to see our Interlay's Discord server link over here. Just click on that and join, and don't forget to verify. After you verify, you are going to be able to see a lot more channels, and tomorrow we're going to have a community call within the Interlay Discord server and add the voice channel. So we are going to post more announcement at our official Twitter handle over here. It's a big surprise, probably the largest surprise for our Interlay team this year, perhaps. I think so. Okay. And friends, if there are no other questions, we really wanted to give a big shout out to our speakers, Henry from Interlay and Matt from SiO2 Finance. Be sure to give them a follow, and also follow our SiO2 also Interlay official Twitter handle. And listen, Moonlight, wish you a great rest of the day, no matter where you're at. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. We will see you again next time. Thank you. And I will leave a few more moments for everyone to follow each other. So stay here and let me listen to some light music. That was